Hey there. How are you? I'm Mark Plunkett. I'm the pastor of Heritage Presbyterian Church, and this is our weekly devotional for the very last week of December 2021. I want to go Old Testament this morning. Let's talk about bargaining with God. Be very, very careful if you bargain with God. That is the message that I'm going to give you to start with. Be very, very careful. Now, there are some absolutely holy bargains, agreements, covenants is the word the Old Testament uses between human beings and God. Abraham had a covenant with God. God told him, if you are faithful to me, which Abraham was, I will make your descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky, which is amazing because Abraham only had Ishmael and Isaac, only those two sons. And Ishmael became the head of a great nation that was not the Jewish people. Isaac became the head of that nation, actually started that nation, you might say, right? But Abraham only had one son that God used, and that was the bargain that they made. A lot of times, people have made bargains with God, but it's always, if you will do this, then I will love you. But it's also, if you love me, then I will do this. So the covenant, the bargain, always has two sides to it. It always depends on faith. Faith. Now let's talk about Samuel. And more importantly, let's talk about his mother, Hannah. Hannah was married to a man named Elkanah. And Elkanah had another wife. And she had all kinds of children, but Hannah didn't have any. And Hannah was very sad. Plus, Elkanah's other wife teased her about it, which is kind of nasty. So Hannah went up to the temple and she prayed to God and she made a bargain with God. God, if you will give me a child, I will present him to you. He will be a Nazirite. He will never touch alcohol. Basically, I will bring him to the temple and let him be raised there, and I will visit him once a year. And the other side of it is, God, if you will do this for me, I will do this for you. Now that's a tough bargain. She was willing to give up the child that she loved. But she did. She did. And so she brought the child to the old man, Eli, who was working in the temple. And Eli raised Samuel. And once a year, Hannah and Elkanah would go up to the temple and offer praises and visit with their son Samuel. Now listen to what happened one time. One time when they went up there, Samuel was ministering before the Lord, a boy wearing a linen ephod. His mother used to make for him a little robe and take it to him each year when she went up with her husband to offer the yearly sacrifice. Then Eli would bless Elkanah and his wife and say, may the Lord repay you with children by this woman for the gift that she made to the Lord. And then they would return to their home. Now listen to this part. And the Lord took note of Hannah. She conceived and bore 3 more sons and 2 daughters. And the boy Samuel grew up in the presence of the Lord. So Hannah kept her part of the deal. And the Lord kept his part of the deal. And that was a bargain. But again, I go back to the very first thing I said. Be careful if you want to bargain with God. Because putting conditions on God is just about as dumb as it can possibly be. Lord, if you'll do this, I'll go to church every single day next year. I'll tithe like I'm supposed to. I'll quit cussing. I'll be a good boy. Basically, you're promising that you're going to change from how you are. How about change from how you are anyway? And how about don't bargain with the Lord? How about ask the Lord for help? Lord, give me strength to do this. Lord, help me in this. I've never thought that it was a good idea to ask God, God, help me in this interview. Help me get this job. Unless you are really, really desperate and your family's going to go hungry if you don't get that job. Then I think that's probably okay. Lord, help me. Help me get this job. But I think a better prayer might be, Lord, keep me calm. Keep me steady today. Make me have the words that I need to get the job done today, to take care of my family. But what's always part of that bargain, it better be part of that bargain, is, Lord, you've always loved me. I will love you too. Or how about, Lord, you've always loved me, and I've always loved you. How about that? Lord, I've always tried to serve. I've messed up a lot of times, but I'm trying. Please help me to continue to try harder. There's lots of ways to turn those words around so that it's not, if you do this, then I'll do this. But if you don't do this, I ain't doing this. That is a stupid way to bargain with God. Don't do it. Don't do it. Soften your words. Be clear about the things you want to talk to God about. And remember, at the basis of every single agreement should be the love between God and his people. Think about it. Amen.